Konnichiwa, tomodachi! And arigato! Thank you for joining me for Kamishibai story time. I'm Meri sensei, and today's Kamishibai story is about a cute little tori. Tori is the word for bird in Japanese. And before we get started, I wanted to review some names of birds you may find here in the United States, in Japan only, or in both places. So, let's go over some names of popular birds in both places. The first one is this guy right here, one of my favorites. This is an owl, and in Japanese, the word for owl is fukuro, fukuro, fukuro. Can you say that? Fukuro. Next, you may remember this bird from the story of Momotaro or the Peach Boy. This was the bird featured in that story, and this is a pheasant or kiji. Kiji. Kiji is pheasant. Here we have another magnificent bird. This is a hawk. Hawk in Japanese is taka. Taka. And then we have a very popular bird here. Well known in Japan. Maybe you folded an origami one once upon a time. These are cranes. And in Japanese, it is tsuru. Tsuru is a word for crane in Japanese. And as a matter of fact, my story next week will feature tsuru, or cranes. The next set of birds I have are particularly familiar if you happen to go to Red Oak, where I teach. The school where I teach, Red Oak. This is the name of our oldest group of students, the egrets class. Egret in Japanese is shirasagi. Shirasagi. Next, we have our bluebirds class. And bluebird in Japanese is aoi-tori. Aoi-tori, literally bluebird. Aoi, blue, tori, bird. Aoi-tori. Then next, we have our sparrows, or Suzume. Suzume. And actually, the story that we'll be hearing today is about a little sparrow, about a little Suzume. And then we have our two-day bird group at Red Oak. But this looks a little different than what we're familiar with, right? This is a robin that you might find in Japan. Robin in Japanese is komadori. Komadori. It looks a bit different. Its head is orange instead of its tummy, right? Komadori robin. And then our youngest group at Red Oak are our chickadees. And chickadee is shijukara. Shijukara. Okay, tomodachi. We'll go over those words again later. But for now, without further hesitation, Kamishibai no hajimari, hajimari. Kyou no Kamishibai wa, today's Kamishibai is Shita Kiri Suzume. Shita means tongue, kiri means cut, and as we've already learned, Suzume means sparrow. Shita Kiri Suzume, tongue cut sparrow. Okay. Mukashi, long, long ago, there was an Ojiisan and an Obaasan. And as he did most mornings, Ojiisan, the old man, went up the mountain to cut trees, using the wood he needed to make A fire for cooking, for repairing his house, for building furniture. A daily trip to the mountains for woodcutting was necessary to make sure all these tasks could be completed. And after a busy morning of work, it was finally lunchtime. Ojiisan walked to the place where he had stored his bento for the day and discovered a Suzume had eaten all his lunch. The poor sparrow had eaten so much, Ojiisan found the little Suzume sleeping next to his bento box. Ojiisan was so surprised. "What a naughty little sparrow," he cried. But Suzume kept on sleeping. "What a sound sleeper," said Ojiisan, and he picked up the little bird and tucked her into the pocket of his kimono and headed back down the mountain to his humble hut. He decided to name the cute little bird Chon and grew very fond of the sweet little creature. Chon is the sound you make when cutting in Japanese using scissors. Chon, chon, chon. Days went by, and every day Ojiisan called to his wife, "Obaasan, Obaasan, did you remember to feed Chon today?" And "Obaasan, Obaasan, be careful not to let Chon become sick. Keep Chon warm and well fed." All the old man seemed to talk about was Chon this, Chon that. Obaasan grew impatient and a little irritated. "What's so great about this bird?" she thought. She grew more and more jealous of Chon with each passing day. And because of this, she fed Chon less and less with each passing day. And one day, Obaasan went to the river to do laundry. And when she came back home, she found an empty lunch container on the floor and flew into a rage. She glared at Chon, who had become too hungry, and ate what she could find during the woman's absence. You, cried Obaasan, "you ate my simmered seaweed. It took forever to prepare that dish. You awful little bird." Go man, I'm sorry, cried Chon. "I was just so very hungry, I couldn't help it. I had to eat something, can't you understand?" Obaasan was still angry and cried, No, I cannot forgive you. This was a special dish that took me forever and ever to prepare. Come here, you naughty little Suzume." And the old woman grabbed Chon and quickly snipped off the little bird's tongue with a pair of sharp scissors. Then she threw the poor little creature into the garden. After a while, Ojiisan returned from the mountain. And he cried out for the little bird, "Chon! Chon! Where are you?" But the little Suzume didn't chirp nor flutter toward him, as usually happened. "Hey, Obaasan," the old man asked his wife, "have you seen Chon? Where is my little bird?" "Well," said the old woman directly, "that naughty sparrow ate all the precious simmered seaweed. You know how long that takes me to prepare. So I cut off her tongue and I threw the naughty bird outside." Ojiisan cried in despair. "What a terrible thing you have done, Obaasan." The poor old man stood crying over the fate of his beloved little Chon. And he packed a bento and headed outside to search for his little bird. And as he walked along, he sang a song. "Oh, little tongue cut sparrow, my sparrow, my sparrow. Oh, little tongue cut sparrow, oh, where did you go?" As Ojiisan walked along, he happened upon a horse washing man. A horse washing man doing what a horse washing man does best, washing a horse. And Ojiisan said, "Hey, horse washing man, have you seen a Tongue Cut Sparrow come through here? Have you seen a Shita Kiri Suzume come through here?" And the horse washing man said, "Oh yeah, I did. I saw a Shita Kiri Suzume. I saw the Tongue Cut Sparrow." "Which way did she go?" asked Ojiisan. "Well, I'll tell you," said the horse washing man. "But first, you gotta drink all 7 buckets of washing water I have here. And then, if you do that, I'll tell you." "Okay, I'll do it," said Ojiisan, and gulp, 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 gulp. Ojiisan chugged all 7 buckets of horse washing water, and the horse washing man watched in astonishment. "Wow," he said, "I can't believe you actually did that." "Okay, follow this road," he said, "until you see a man washing a cow. And when you see a man washing a cow, ask him about your beloved Shita Kiri Suzume, your Tongue Cut Sparrow." And Ojiisan left and went to find a man washing a cow, singing, "Oh, little Tongue Cut Sparrow, my sparrow, my sparrow. Oh, little Tongue Cut Sparrow, where did you go?" He eventually came across a cow washing man doing what a cow washing man does best, washing a cow. And Ojiisan asked the man about his sparrow, and the cow washing man said, "Okay, I saw the sparrow, and I'll tell you where she went. But first, you gotta drink all 7 buckets of washing water I have here. And then I'll tell you." "I'll do it," said Ojiisan. And again, he gulped all 7 buckets of washing water. "Wow, I can't believe you actually did that," said the cow washing man. "Okay, follow this road round the mountain and you'll come to a bamboo forest." "Okay," said Ojiisan, and he walked around the mountain singing, "Oh, little Tongue Cut Sparrow, my sparrow, my sparrow. Oh, little Tongue Cut Sparrow, where did you go?" Cat-a-ding-dong, cat-a-ding-dong, cat-a-ding-dong. Ojiisan could hear the sound of someone weaving on a loom. He followed the sound through the bamboo forest until... "Chon! Chon, there you are!" "Oh," cried Ojiisan, "I'm so happy to see you are genki. I'm so happy to see you are well. I came here to apologize about what Obaasan, my wife, has done to you." And Chon happily began to speak. "Ojiisan, arigato. Thank you for coming all this way. Please come into my hut and have something to eat." And the little Suzume sparrow invited the old man into her hut. And Chon presented Ojiisan with a fancy meal of sakana, fish, hot steamed gohan, rice, and yummy miso shiru, soup, all on a beautiful red lacquered tray, shining and sparkling. Ojiisan rested there overnight, and the next morning he thanked the sweet little bird for its hospitality and prepared to return home. And Chon said, "Before you return home, Ojiisan, please choose one of these gifts to take with you as a souvenir. You can take the large one or the small one, your choice." Ojiisan tried to refuse, but after the Suzume insisted, the old man politely chose the smaller box, saying, my bad back, I should take the small one. Arigato." And he went on his way. And when he got home, he placed the small box on the floor of his hut. And when he took off the lid, "What in the world?" cried Ojiisan as a bright light filled the entire room. The open box magically spilled a mountain of treasure onto the humble floor of the hut. Gold, silver, coral, and expensive silk cloth erupted from the small container, much to the shock of Ojiisan and Obaasan. "That's not fair!" cried Obaasan, seething with jealousy and rage. "That's not fair! You're being rewarded with treasure. I'm heading up the mountain to find that sparrow so I can get treasure for myself." Wahahahaha! Ojiisan cried. "What are you talking about, Obaasan? This treasure is more than enough for both of us. Don't do that." Nope, cried the greedy grandma. "I'm going," as she jumped out of the house singing, "Oh, little tongue cut sparrow, my sparrow, my sparrow. Oh, little tongue cut sparrow, oh, where did you go?" And along the way, she eventually came across the same horse-washing man and asked him where the tongue cut sparrow had gone. "I'll tell you," said the horse-washing man, "but first, you gotta drink all these buckets of washing water." Okay, whatever, said the old woman impatiently. "I'll do it." And gulp, 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 she chugged all 7 buckets of washing water. "I can't believe she actually did that," said the horse-washing man. And he pointed her in the direction of the man washing cows. And Obaasan hurried along singing, "Oh, little tongue cut sparrow, my sparrow, my sparrow. Oh, little tongue cut sparrow, oh, where did you go?" And along the route, she found a cow-washing man washing his cows. "Show me the way to the Shita Kiri Sparrow," she demanded. "Show me the way to the Tongue Cut Sparrow." And the man said, "Okay, I'll tell you, but first, you gotta drink all these buckets of washing water, and then I'll tell you." Obaasan rolled her eyes and picked up each bucket, guzzling down all the cow washing water. "I can't believe she actually did that," thought the cow washing man, and he pointed her toward the road going round the mountain to the bamboo forest. And she sang more quickly, "Oh, little tongue cut sparrow, my sparrow, my sparrow. Oh, little tongue cut sparrow, oh, where did you go?" Obaasan found Chon, who offered the old woman a meal. And Obaasan said sweetly over and over again, "Oh, how I've missed you, little Suzume. I took good care of you, didn't I? And I fed you a lot. I don't mind accepting this meal from you." And without even saying arigato, Obaasan gobbled up all the food. But Chon didn't offer Obaasan the best food, and as the little sparrow had done for the old man. And the food she served was served in cracked and chipped dishes and on a rickety, worn old tray. Before the greedy grandma left, Chon offered a souvenir as she had done before. And Obaasan said, "I still have a strong back and healthy legs. I'm going to take the biggest one." And lifting the box onto her back, she hurried away. She hurried away again without even saying arigato, without even saying thank you. The box was so heavy, but Obaasan walked on, eager to know what was inside. She thought all about what could be inside. It must be more treasure, much more than Ojiisan had received. "It's so heavy," she thought. "Millions of gold coins, I bet, and diamonds and rubies. Ojiisan didn't receive diamonds or rubies. Stupid, simple old man choosing the smaller box." The weight of the box grew heavier as she went, and the weight of wanting to know what was inside grew heavier too. She couldn't resist. The temptation was just too much. Obaasan stopped and placed the box on the mountain path, and with trembling, eager hands waiting to touch all the riches that must be inside, Oh, what is inside? She thought and whispered as she removed the lid. And the minute she removed that lid, the ominous, spooky sound filled the forest night air. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And that sound could mean only one thing. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. The sound that signaled Obake and yokai, ghosts and goblins and all the haunted spooky creatures of Japan oozed from the box. Heavy snakes, mukade centipedes, spiders, and obake with no eyes. Terrifying, scary monsters flowed one after the other onto the greedy grandma. The terror-stricken old woman looked on in horror as the parade of goblins and ghosts and all the spooky creatures seemed to go on forever and ever. She fell to the ground, fainting from shock and fright. And the ghosts, well, they just kept coming forever and ever and ever. Oshimai. Okay, tomodachi, arigato for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the story of the Tongue Cut Sparrow, one of the most famous Mukashi Banashi fairy tales. Until next time, matane. I'll see you next week. Enjoy, tomodachi. Genki dane. Stay healthy. Matane. Bye-bye.